Good turn by Laudrup. Down he goes. And Laudrup is going to be booked here for diving. Laudrup is shown the yellow card. Well, it was a nice turn by him initially, but down he went in a heap inside the box, and the referee had no hesitation. The yellow card came out and was shown to the Danish international player. Earlier, Bo Anderson had also taken a topple, and here's Laudrup. And certainly the referee got it absolutely right. Well, Durant caught there, and this will be a booking for Turpin. Well, the referee had shown a lot of patience earlier in the game, and the yellow card is shown. Catching Durant there. So there are 3 minutes left here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 0, Ajax 1. Confirmation of the yellow card there to Turpin. Dean Durant is back on his feet and takes the free kick. This is Danny. Aimed at Bo Anderson, away by Skolton, the goal scorer. Handball against Durant. So Rangers have still to face Grasshopper of Zurich here in a couple of weeks' time. And then the final match is against Auxerre in France. So just a couple of minutes left. And again, Ajax have come and done a highly professional job.
They have, without really any fluency to their game at all tonight. In fact, the second half has been disappointing for Ajax. They really haven't got going at all.
This is Skolton. Durant. Laudrup for Rangers. Again, he's a lot to do here. Clivert. Bouta. Danny. He's got Turpin there if he needs him, but again, Greg Shields does enough. Rangers now firing the ball forward in the hope of salvaging something out of this. McCoy sends in a high upward ball. The goalkeeper's missed it completely. Again, it's Veltman there. Laudrup does ever so well. But Marcio Santos keeps a cool head. And that's Vichka. We're inside the final minute of the match. It's Turpin. Bouta. Ian Durant deep in his own half. Again, he does well. Forward for Alberts. Challenged by Vichka. It's Bjorklund. Laudrup. Van Vossen as we move into stoppage time. Still it's Van Vossen. Corner kick to Rangers.
Well, he's certainly injecting some pace into the strike force tonight. He looks very sharp considering he's been out for a while.
Laudrup swings it in. Again, Ajax deal with it comfortably. Again, the high wing goes in, looking for Petric. This is Clivert. The offside flag had gone up. We've now played a minute of stoppage time. Still Rangers look for some consolation. Melchior gets the touch. It's Ronald de Boer who digs in well. Well, the crowd have certainly stayed in big numbers and they've stayed behind the team. So a throw in to Rangers. A long one, no doubt, from David Robertson. It's fired into the penalty area. It's Skolton who's there. It's Van Vossen. And right to the last. Rangers give tremendous effort. Peter Van Vossen, the ball broke to him. First time effort, right across the face of goal.
It's a superb effort. It just breaks from him. He takes the gamble, can break there. He's got great power in it. He's just inches wide. Tremendous effort. I think he's been ever so keen to get something tonight.
Now played 2 minutes, over 2 minutes of stoppage time. And the offside flag goes up on the far side. Snelders launches it forward, the whistle sounds. Rangers go out of the UEFA Champions League. There's the man who scored the all-important goal, Arnold Skolton, after 39 minutes. Charlie.
Yeah, well, it was a very spirited second-half performance from Rangers. I thought they were the better team in the second half. Laudrup in particular, inspirational, enjoying the captaincy. Ajax, must be said, a bit disappointing in their passing ability second half. But there you go, it's another defeat for Rangers. But they can walk away from this one with at least a bit of pride.
So the Ajax players go to salute their small band of supporters. Rangers have another couple of games to play. Perhaps they can start looking towards next season. The final score here at Ibrox Stadium, Rangers 0, Ajax 1.
Yes, and that's the story for Rangers on match day 4 of the Champions League, and we'll be discussing the implications of that result after this short break.
Golden's an ordinary enough town. It's about 8 miles long by 4 miles wide. Got its share of social problems.
I cataloged all my stamps. There were 2,800 of them.
Right, no kidding.
And it can be pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, and it's home to the largest brewery in the world.
Don't waste hundreds of pounds on expensive carpet. Simply buy 2 small pieces, attach them to the bottom of your feet, and get that quality carpet feel throughout your home. This money-saving tip was brought to you by McDonald's, where a vegetable deluxe, medium fries, and a medium soft drink will cost you just £2.88.
Hello, love. What you here for?
I'm here with my legs. How about you?
I'm here with my Malcolm. He's at that age now where he likes to go in by himself.
What's he got?
It's private and personal. How's your gym?
It's flared up again. Got head on it like a custard cream. And now the boiler's packed up.
Well, have you not heard of that British Gas Celsius 3-star service cover?
No.
Well, if your heating breaks down, you can call them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they'll normally be round within the day to fix it.
Really?
And you know, they even give you central heating and annual checkup.
Oh, Mum, you're not still going on about British Gas, are you?
Well, I can't talk about your constipation, can I? Come on, Malcolm, you've made a right fool of yourself.
Scottish Gas, Celsius 3-star service cover.
There is a major force in Scotland that can link your home with the future, providing new opportunities for your family. Big savings on your phone bill, internet services for your PC, as well as all the top sport, movies, news, cartoons, educational programs, music and documentaries. This force is Telewest Communications. Call free on 0500 336 036.
Every year, British Airways looks after the hopes and dreams of 30 million people. British Airways, the world's favourite airline.
Hello again. Well, it finished Rangers 0, Ajax 1 at Ibrox tonight. Let's go there now and hear from Brian Laudrup.
Okay, Brian Laudrup, this game was all about pride for Rangers after that performance. Presumably not the result you wanted, but you can hold your heads up after that.
Well, I think especially in the second half, I thought we put Ajax under pressure. We could have scored. I think we deserved to score at least one goal, but we can say that we did our very best, and unfortunately that wasn't enough.
You closed Ajax down well all through the game, but it was a bad time to lose that first goal, wasn't it? It was a real sucker punch.
Yeah, because we said before the game that we would try to stay as solid as possible. We play only with myself up front, so it was a wee bit difficult. But second half we tried to push a little bit further up and created some chances, but unfortunately they never went in.
As you see, you did create a number of chances. You obviously learned lessons from the first leg 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, we played with only 10 men 2 weeks ago, so this time around we played the whole match with all 11 players, and you could see the difference.
It was a bit of a makeshift side Walter had to put together tonight, but the two youngsters particularly did very well, didn't they?
They did very well. I mean, it's incredible to go into a game like that, playing for the first time for Scott Wilson in particular, and doing so well. So Rangers Football Club can only be very proud of these two boys.
Elsewhere, perhaps Ian Durrant stood out. He had a particularly good game.
Yeah, he played very well. He hasn't played that much this season, but did extremely well, and he can only be pleased with his performance.
Looking forward now to the last two games, Brian, what's left for Rangers?
Well, we've got, as you say, 2 games left. We'll try and hopefully get some points. Hopefully we can get some of the players who are with injuries and suspension back, and hopefully we can do, let's say, a wee bit better.
Still a matter of pride, though, very much at Ibrox.
Yeah, well, I must admit that today's performance makes it a little bit easier to look forward to the next 2 games.
Well done, Brian. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Brian Laudrup with Martin Geisler there. Ray, I mean, he played, not Martin Geisler, but Laudrup played very, very, very well tonight. Didn't deserve to be in a losing side.
I thought he actually played as well as he spoke there. He spoke exceptionally well about the way the game went on, and he did have an exceptional game himself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he really rose to the occasion. Captaincy tonight, Alec, and he played very, very well, as we say.
Did Charlie Nicholas mentioned, you know, that he tried to take the game to Ajax, but Laudrup's like that in every game. He's the one guy they look for real inspiration from. As Motherwell found to a cost on Saturday, and you know, you can see here he's delivered the cross. I thought in the first half he didn't get in behind him enough, but second half
he certainly did in the second half.
Did.
What about Albert's miss? Now this was incredible. You put your life in this guy to score from that range.
I think if there was one guy that you wanted to be on the end of that ball, that loose ball, it was Albert's, and I couldn't for the life of me see why he just didn't blast it. He's got such a rocket in that left foot. You could even see when he passed it or tried to pass it in the net, it still went like a rocket. I would just love to have seen him just stick his foot behind it and see if the goalkeeper could, because I don't even think the goalkeeper would have seen it.
Ray said during the game, I think the phrase you used was rip the bottom out of it.
Yes, I heard that as well. Bjorklund played well tonight, Alec. Now, as a former defender, you know, how did you see his, how did you assess his performance?
Well, he's quick and he's organised. You know, he's not the most accomplished user of the ball, but you see here his recovery is superb.
Yeah, closed down Clivert well there.
Yeah, and you know, he's been a good acquisition for Rangers. He's been very tidy in defence, and you know, he's doing his job. Basically, that's
He loves to defend.
He's there to do that job, and he's done
Yeah.
it very well this season.
Van Vossen came on, he wanted to score against his old side, Ray. You could see that, and he did very well coming on. He showed great grit.
Yeah, it was a great shame actually that Walter had the 3 guys on the bench who weren't all fit from the start, but we see Van Vossen pick the ball up, comes in on his right side. It's a super shot. Anywhere else it might have had a chance of going in, but straight at Van der Sar, unfortunately.
Disappointed he wouldn't have scored tonight, Alec, but he certainly contributed a great deal. We've talked about Rangers youngsters. What about Ajax's? What about Kluivert? It's difficult to believe that this guy is still only, what, 19, 20 years old, but what a talent.
You always pick somebody every year, Jim, that you really like in one of the teams, don't you? You know?
Let's pick
we spoke about him at length at half-time, you know, but,
yeah.
and we've said how good a player is, but, you know, he's certainly a threat. Whenever he's on the ball, he's unleashed that one, got under it a little bit, but certainly a player that anybody would love to have in their team.
Oh yeah, some talent. Van Vossen again, finally, Ray. I mean, the final shot at the end there, it would have been superb for him and Rangers had they equalised.
It would have been absolutely marvellous night, wouldn't it? The ball just dropped him on his left foot, and we've already seen him have one shot with his right. This was on the volley on his left side, and it just flashed past the upright. The predator McCoist was coming in on the back stick as well.
McCoist is sniffing it.
You know, if it comes off an upright or the goalie saves it, McCoist scores again, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
Oh well, there we are. It's the story of the Champions League. So that's about it for this programme. Rangers remain pointless and they are out of the UEFA Champions League. But we're back at 11:15 tonight with action from all the other groups in the Champions League, including extended highlights of Manchester United's match against Fenerbahce at Old Trafford. So stay up for that if you can. In the meantime, from Ray Wilkins, Alec McLeish and myself, it's bye for now. Bye-bye.
This programme was sponsored by Ford and Reebok, UEFA Champions League sponsors.